Hello and welcome to edition number 1 of the Somontano Grapevine. I'm Alan Dawson. Somontano is part of Aragon, an autonomous community in the northeast of Spain. It shares a border with France. Somontano lies at the foot of the Pyrenees Mountains. In fact, the name Somontano translates into English as at the foot of the mountain. Many people from abroad think of Spain in terms of running with bulls in Pamplona, visiting the Prado Museum in Madrid, or flamenco dancing in Granada. Well, Somontano is not really like that. It's a very beautiful and vibrant region with its own special character and attractions. And the aim of these podcasts is to give you, the listeners, a flavour of what life is like here, living at the foot of the mountain. Somontano is probably most famous in Spain and around the world for its wine. Wine produced in the area is regulated by a special council, which is called the DO, which means the denomination of origin. 12 people sit on the council, 6 represent the wineries and 6 represent the wine growers. The council decides on the criteria that a winemaker must comply with before the DO stamp can appear on the wine label. These criteria include things like how long the wine is aged in oak barrels and the varieties of grapes which are planted and harvested here. To get some more information about Somontano's most high-profile product, I spoke to Elisa Campo, who is head of the communication department of DO Somontano. I first asked her to tell me about the grapes which are grown here.
Somontano have 15 grapes. This is very important because in Spain, a lot of DOs have 1 or 2 or 3 grapes, but we have 15 wonderful grapes for making quality wines. In red grapes, we have 9 grapes, and in white, we have international grapes, but they are from Somontano from 19th century, and we have Chardonnay, Gewürztraminer, for example. But the most important, the very famous wines are made by, for example, in red grapes by Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot, and in white grapes by Chardonnay and Gewürztraminer.
Recently, DO Somontano has been trying to internationalize, and you have been working in the United States. Which varieties are popular in the United States?
In the United States, the most important and more famous grapes are, for example, Cabernet Sauvignon, or Merlot, for example, or Chardonnay, because they love international grapes. The wines they are selling a lot of bottles are our very most famous grapes, like Merlot, Cabernet, Chardonnay, Gewürztraminer, Riesling, Sauvignon Blanc, etc.
And how is the campaign in the United States going?
We are very happy because we are a very small region. In Spain, we are selling around 70%. But if you want to be in the world, you must be in USA. And we are happy because now, 3 years from this campaign, American people, are thinking Somontano is one of the most important DOs in Spain.
Elisa then went on to tell me about the annual wine festival, which takes place here in August.
This year is in the same line we began in 2014. We work with music. We are working with others lines from culture. For example, we are offering magic spectacles or music with other styles or theater. And this year, in the first weekend in August, we are talking about magic with Jorge Luengo. It's a very famous
magician.
Okay. And after the after day we have theaters with 2 very famous actor and actress, Gabino Diego and Tete Delgado. On Saturday. On Friday we have the music of Queen with a spectacle with Illana, very famous theater company in Spain. And the last day, we will be with Illana with other spectacle with a lot of laughing, no? But the most important thing in the festival is the Muestra del Vino Somontano. And people can taste very, 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 very good wines, but also and always with a very good tapas made by the most important restaurants in Somontano.
I'm very grateful to Elisa Campo of Dio Somontano for finding time to do the interview with me, because it was the morning after the announcement of the new president. This announcement was historic for two reasons. Firstly, because there was a new president. After 24 years, the outgoing president, Mariano Barroz, had stood down. And secondly, the new president of Dio Somontano is a woman, Raquel Latre. I asked Elisa to give me her reaction to the new president.
We have a woman, a very, very well prepared woman. She has studied university studies. She has a very important job like teacher about wine and about travel by wine. And we are very happy because she's talking with different mass media, and she says Somontano has made a very good job with the last president, Mariano Barroz, and now it's a new period, but the line is continuing, very good job we have done, but obviously we will make other activities from the new projects in the future.
And that was Elisa Campo, the Director of Communications of Dio Somontano, the Wine Regulatory Council here in Somontano. If you'd like more information about the Dio, you can go to the website, which is www.diosomontano.com. Anyone who has spent even a short time in Spain will know that many people are big sports fans. Of course, the Real Madrid and Barcelona football clubs dominate sports coverage in the national TV and print media, and an outsider might be forgiven for thinking that these were the only two teams in Spain. Here in Somontano, there is life away from the football pitch. Mountain and adventure sports are very popular, along with rhythmic gymnastics, synchronized swimming, rugby and basketball. However, it is true that there is a very strong football scene at local level. Here in Barbastro, where I am based, we have a team called Ude Barbastro. A club starts training players from the age of 6 and upwards, and they have teams which participate in at least 13 different leagues. Borja Arroyos is one of the trainers who works with players who are in the 13 to 15 age range. He told me a little about their training schedule during the school year.
We train 3 times a week, and the match usually is on Saturdays. And the training is mainly with the ball.
Are you a good footballer? You personally?
I used to be.
You used to be? Come on.
Used to be.
You're very young. You're too young to be saying you used to be.
Yes, but my knee was broken, and after that I haven't been a great footballer again, and I am retired now.
At the age of?
27.
27, and you're retired?
Of football, yes.
From football, okay.
Football, yes.
When I talk to people involved in young people's football, in most towns they have 2 or 3 categories of team. They have the good team, the okay team, and the not so good team. Which one do you work with?
I don't like that classification. There are not better team than others. There are team of older people and team of younger people. Our aims with people in this age is that they learn, that they enjoy, and that we can play all the matches, that we can play without problems. And all the people who I've trained have learned, have enjoyed, and in the following year the aim is going to be a little bit different, because the aim is to win the league. It's be a little bit different for the year that is going to start.
That was Borja Arroyos, one of the trainers working with one of the Ude Barbastro youth teams here in Somontano. My thanks to Borja and to Elisa for agreeing to participate in today's podcast. In the next podcast, I'll be featuring more interviews and news from Somontano and Aragon. If you have any comments or queries or would like to just say hello, please send me an email at inglesconalan@gmail.com or through my website www.inglesconalan.com. Thanks for listening.